So this is the third time we're doing this video. The first time, recorded it fine, and DaVinci Resolve, which I currently use for my video editing, decided it didn't want to work. And it doesn't like the footage and won't render it at all, no matter what I do. So I went to do it a second time, and my mic was muted the entire time. So there is no audio. I'm very happy at the moment, as you can tell. But the title is going to be something along the lines of DBD is dying, or why I'm struggling to play DBD, or something along those lines. And I don't have a script. I know roughly what I want to talk about, but I don't have a set direction. I don't know where this is going, how long this will be. Judging by the last two takes, it's probably going to be 20 plus minutes, so grab some popcorn. We're going to be here for a while. But before we start, I want to come clear. Last week, I had my Adelaide trip, which has been in the works for a long time, and the trip was fantastic and much needed. I really needed this week away, and the plan was to vlog the trip, which I vlogged the Friday, which is the day I went over to Adelaide. But then when I actually got there, I realized I need some time away from everything and just sort of just take a step back from everything, reset, and just have that week to just recharge, relax, and just get away from everything. So there won't be a vlog. There's a few minutes of footage from the first day, which if you really want, I can make a video on it and just put it as a private video or something like that. Let me know. But getting into the DBD, which I love the game so much, but there are some glaring issues which I really need to address. And the first of this is everything to do with MMR and the current meta. So a lot of people, like if you look at a lot of content creators in their streams and in their videos, or you look at Twitter or Reddit or whatever social media outlet, a lot of people are putting the fact that DBD is losing players every month and it's not going in a great direction. They're putting it down to MMR, which I think is only part of the issue. And I think the main issue, which MMR has just amplified, is actually the meta. The meta for Dead by Daylight is so boring for both sides. Survivor revolves around second chance perks. Killer revolves around slowdown perks with camping and tunneling the first survivor you see to ensure a win. This meta sucks. You either have to just camp and tunnel someone all game as killer, which I personally don't find that enjoyable, or as survivor, you're either being that one that's being camped or tunneled, or you're running a shitload of second chance perks, like, oh, I'm caught out of position and the killer's about to down me. Let's dead hard to that pallet or the window so I can continue the chase for another 45 seconds. Oh, I need to save a survivor and the killer's nearby. Good thing I got borrowed time and that survivor will be fine. Oh, the killer downed me and found my teammate. I'll just pick myself up with Unbreakable. Oh, the killer tunneled me off hook. Oh, I've got Decisive Strike. I'll get her for free. Oh, the killer hooked me. Let's just use Deliverance so no one has to come save me. And then, like the killer perks, you run a bunch of slowdown perks because you don't want to get gen rushed. And the meta is just so boring and I hate it. And I hate having to try and tunnel someone out just to secure a kill, or camp someone to death because I just want to get that one kill. And like as Survivor, my favorite thing at the moment is to run bloody Diversion, or like in stream earlier today, I was running Power Struggle and getting pallet stuns with it, and that was so much fun. But you run the meta perks and it's just boring. And like if you get a killer, let's say, I don't know, a blight or a nurse or a spirit with ruin, pain resonance, dead man switch, and no way out or nowhere or something like that, and you get the survivors all running stuff like dead hard, borrowed time, decisive, unbreakable, iron will, deliverance, circle of healing. It's not fun for either side that game. And MMR only amplifies this because there's that hidden rating. People want to increase that, so they run to the stronger stuff. And that just shows, it just brings out how bad the meta is even more than it did before. And the old matchmaking system was incredibly flawed. No one is arguing that, and I am well aware of how bad that is. And the MMR system needs improvement. And personally, I aren't the biggest fan of MMR, but I think a lot of it comes down to just the meta and the fact that it would be great, and I don't know how to implement this. The meta needs a big shake up, like more than the perks. Like, since the game first came out, it's always been do 5 gens, open the gates, leave. The biggest change up to the meta in terms of game mechanics is endgame collapse. Let that sink in. Something like people have been calling for ages about a secondary objective. I don't know how you'd implement that, but there just needs to be some shake up to the meta to make it more interesting. And the other thing I want to bring up, which to me is actually what's making the game more unbearable for me than the meta and MMR, is the community. To start this, any of these experiences or things I talk about, for the most part, are going to be OCE related, because I very, very rarely play on any other servers that aren't OCE. And just because of time zones and all that, I don't watch many streamers from other countries and other areas in the world. And a lot of the YouTube videos I watch don't really highlight that either, or amplifies the worst, which, like a salty streamer or something like that, where it's 1 in 100 games you get something like that. So I want to make that clear. A lot of these stories and stuff I'm going to bring up comes from my own experiences, which are going to be based in OCE. If things are different in other areas, let me know. But the community has made this game at times very difficult. At times, the community alone got me on the verge of walking away from the game permanently. And DBD is a game I love. And like with this trip last week to Adelaide, every single person I met or caught up with and saw are all people I either met directly through Dead by Daylight or a friend of someone I met through Dead by Daylight. And I've met countless amazing people through this game, and I wouldn't have spent 5,500 hours in this game if I didn't enjoy it. But as much as MMR and the meta is hurting the game, the community is hurting it more, at least from my own experiences. And the community has always been pretty entitled, at times toxic. This has been getting a lot worse. The entitlement in the game is really sad, and I don't know a game more entitled, where killers and survivors expect the other side to play in a way that favors them. Like survivors complaining about killers camping and tunneling, and running particular perks. Killers complaining about the survivors gen rushing and using whatever and sending it to maps, which I will stand here and cop on the chest. I am definitely guilty of this. I am doing my best to improve, and I do get angry and tilted and upset at this game, and unfortunately at times my emotions have gotten the better of me. And if anyone that in the past I have upset like that is watching this, I apologize. I'm trying to do better, and I will sit here and admit to that I can be better and will be better. But sadly, a lot of people won't be in this position to do that. But it's very well known that I am a Doctor main. And a lot of people aren't a big fan of Doctor, which I understand. There are some elements to Doctor that make him quite annoying to verse. Not difficult, just annoying. This streamer, who I am going to keep nameless, I used to be quite a big part of their community and get along really well with this community. But their least favorite killer was Doctor by kilometers. Like, they hated Doctor. And everyone has that killer they hate coming up against. For me, it's Blight and Trickster. For this person, it's Doctor. For you, it might be Twins, Huntress, whatever. The thing is with this person though, like, I was well known to them and their community that I was a Doctor main. And I would sometimes come in and we'd be chatting in their chat and I'd say something like, oh yeah, Zappy boy, best boy, or something like that. And immediately they just go on, Doctor is shit, Doctor shouldn't be in the game, Doctor is the worst killer, the worst people play Doctor. And then they also egg their chat on. And this would primarily happen while I was present. And I was going to say it felt like it was witch hunting. It was witch hunting to an extent. And I ended up having my own individual issues with other members of this streamer's community, including some of their mods and VIPs, which has nothing to do with the streamer. It was my own personal issues with individuals. And unfortunately, the ways some of these individuals decided to act with their moderator status or whatever made me feel incredibly unwelcome. And it wasn't a place I wanted to hang out in. So I stopped going to their stream, which is a real shame because this streamer is lovely. Like, I don't want to take that away from them. They are a lovely person. And recently, I was playing some Wraith. And this streamer was in my Survivor lobby. And they were streaming. So I went into their stream, and having not been there in about 6 months, I said something along the lines of, I'm your killer. Best of luck, I'll put streamers on, haha. And immediately the response was, you better not be playing Doctor. And one of their moderators, who had become a moderator and a member of the community since after I had left, their immediate response was, is this another person I need to ban for stream sniping? I know this streamer well, they know me, nothing came out of this, but my worry is, what if I was someone brand new, first time chatter, and I'd seen this streamer in my lobby and I'm like, I'm going to go say hi to this person and it's going to be a fun interaction, and immediately I get scolded at for a killer that I have a 1 in 20 chance of playing, or 25 or whatever it is now. And a moderator immediately goes, do I need to ban this person for stream sniping? What a welcoming invitation. And like, nothing came out of this game or anything like that. But a lot of streamers nowadays get so toxic. And like, my most viewed video which just hit 10,000 views the other day, which is amazing. It is literally a video of a streamer I came up against when I was playing Killer in the Swift that was in voice comms. There was 3 of them, and it consisted of them having a go at me, having a go at their teammate, having a go at the Killer's mechanics, blaming their screw-ups on me or the other survivor, and getting quite aggravated, using slurs. And like, I go into every streamer I play against, presuming they're live, of course, I'll get their link, and after the game, I'll go and watch it back, because it's always good to get a different perspective on the game, particularly if they're the opposing faction. So an example could be, I might see someone, the Dwight, get hooked, and the Killer's basically just hard camping, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what's going on here. Something must have happened, or the Dwight pissed off the Killer. Or maybe they're just not a friendly person. Go into the stream afterwards and watch the VOD. Oh, the Feng was looping the Killer around the Dwight. That's fair enough, something like that. It's good to get that extra perspective on what's going on. And I want to interact with a lot of these new streamers. But then some of the people you get, oh, this Killer's a piece of shit, oh, what a shit player, oh, this survivor, you're useless, never get in my lobby again. And it's like, cool. That's really inviting, which that's as much of an issue with streaming as it is Dead by Daylight. It's just Dead by Daylight seems to promote this toxicity, which, speaking of, and this is hands down the worst gaming experience I've ever had. Apologies, I just need to grab a drink. That's nice. But yeah, the worst gaming experience I have had, and it was a couple of years ago now, and I, from a group of people, which this group includes streamers and includes a couple of them are partnered streamers, which is incredibly disgusting. But these individuals, not because of my playstyle or how I played or my build or anything like that, because of the fact I was a doctor main, they were saying things along the lines like, go kill yourself, or you're a waste of space, or stop using everyone else's oxygen, and things along those lines. And the fact some of these people are partners and some of them are streamers, it's disgusting. And thankfully I have a thick skin, and this did actually affect me a fair bit, and it's really been the only time I've genuinely taken a step back and like, I need to get away from Dead by Daylight, and honestly contemplating never opening the game again. And the fact these individuals, like I said, with me, I have a thick skin. It affected me a fair bit, but it worries me if there was someone, say I had really bad depression or mental health issues, and you get that kind of message to go kill yourself because of a character you're playing in a video game. That is disgusting, and it upsets me I don't have the screenshots of the conversations from post-game chat, because the fact that some of these individuals have a platform for their voice to be heard, including at the level to have partner status, it really upsets me, and I find it disgusting because I worry about what they've said to other people. And the fact Dead by Daylight brings people to the extent on wanting death on people because of a character they played as, not even the way they played, or not that there's ever a right reason to say something like that, but the fact playing this game, I love the community and a few members of it were saying stuff like that, it made me not want to open the game again. And it's a terrible reason to not play the game again. But let me know what your thoughts are. Like, comment if, hopefully not, you've had any similar experiences or other things you know, whether you agree or disagree. Link to Discord is there as well if you want to chat about it there. The Twitch link is there as well, where I stream 3 to 4 times a week. And there's a lot of Dead by Daylight at the moment because, as of recording this, the Legion and Ghostface buffs have been out for 24 hours now. So there's going to be a fair bit of that over on Twitch while I mess around with things. Same on the YouTube, a lot of those games as well as other videos about Dead by Daylight and even other games will go up on the YouTube. So if you're not subscribed already, it would mean the world if you did. And yeah, this, particularly the last 5 minutes or so, didn't think it would really upset me the way it has, but I don't know. Just let me know if you've had any experiences. I really hope not to that regard. Let me know what your thoughts are. And yeah, until next time, peace out.